Do Now is on the board. Please avail yourself of the Do Now on the board. I decided to change to cooperative learning because I knew that there was something missing in my classroom culture. I knew that we were not on the same page and that somehow I needed to change completely. Please write. Don't worry about how it's spelled. Tell me why objectives are important. I started cooperative learning because I wanted some way for the kids to be able to build a community, to have more positive relationships with each other. And I wanted to show them that we can build intrinsic motivation with our kids. They don't have to have an instant reward of candy or pop or something in order to get them to succeed. Because with my reward system, there isn't anything that's actually tangible. It is all about you did a good job, and I'm going to see how many ways I can show you that this is our super team. Meet me at the front so you can get a push pin.
When you do the do now or a certain assignment correctly and you do it in like you explain something in a good way, you put it on the wall of fame.
The wall of fame, it was just a nifty idea. The kids do a lot of do now and even their exit tickets, and I kept them in a notebook and would check them, but then I realized, you know what, why not just share? So that there's another way of getting everybody involved. I have kids who would never post their work, who are like, you know what, I'll post it on the wall of fame because it makes them feel good. If they didn't receive a check mark that day and they still want to put their work on the wall of fame, go for it. Because that will help them for the next time they do an assignment to do even better because they want the check mark saying, yeah, I got all credit for that. Your blue facilitator, if you need to be able, because your facilitator needs to be asking these questions so that everybody is participating. Another thing that I really like are the jobs. There's numbers on the board. I can change that every day, every hour if I need to. And all they do is look at the back of their seat, see what their number is, and they know what job to perform. There again would be another way to get everybody involved who wouldn't necessarily, because they know that the presenter is going to be the one that's going to stand up and explain whatever it is for their team. There's going to be an opportunity for someone to be the researcher who will be in charge of a laptop that they get to use. They understand that, yeah, I have my own individual job, but we have to work as a team in order to get our project complete or to get the assignment complete. So that has really been something that helps student engagement and really helps student participation. 5 points for being quiet. Green 5, white diamonds 5, red rubies 5 for being quiet. We didn't start cooperative learning until January. I decided new year, new you. And as far as the team groupings, I went through and I checked their Lexile scores so that I could have heterogeneous groups that I knew I wouldn't put in all the lower kids together. I wanted to make sure that there was a good mixture. For the very first 2 weeks, we focused on team building, learning our procedures, understanding the roles that each person is going to have in the team. And we started very simply. But what I love the most is that I was able to raise the rigor. I was able to do harder assignments, and it felt like I wasn't teaching 25 or 35 individual students. Because if someone didn't understand, they still had somebody else who could explain it to them. I also use the 3 before T. 3 before T, it makes them stop. First, they have to go back and read the directions. Then they ask someone on their team. Then they still go back and do some more research if they can't find it there. And then their 4th step is to say, I need some help. That really made them more independent. It freed me up to really focus on the important questions. So it wasn't, I lost my pencil or what did you just say? Because they knew I wasn't going to answer that question. They had to follow that 3 before T before they could ask me. Really cut down on confusion, really helped me to decide were they actually learning, who was engaged, who wasn't, by the kind of questions that they would ask me when they had the opportunity to ask.
Like, it's like three before like it's like our teacher is last before, that's the last person we ask to do something because we depend on our team.
Okay, let's see who will go first. Red is up first. Let's show Red the love as they come to share.
Like the dice are the color group, and the number chairperson who gets to read it aloud.
White! Chair one. Let's see. Student participation is one of the most important things that we can have in any classroom. And a technique that I use is choosing a die that matches the color of all the groupings. I randomly choose a dice, look at the number, and that's whose person's turn it is to present. It makes it much easier for students to join in. It takes out all of that apprehension because they know it's random. Teachers are not picking on them, and you're not choosing the same children over and over again. Don't gotta get everybody once. Blue, chair six.
It actually makes it a little funner. It makes it
Like he's gonna know
fun
who's
because
gonna
you
do it.
don't know who's gonna do that. It makes me pay more attention because if you're not doing
Yeah.
anything, so like, oh, this table, you're like, what?
Chair one. This is not the easiest environment to teach in. I would definitely say that I have to find those smaller rewards and count on those to keep my spirits lifted than the big rewards that I may have been used to somewhere else. But I know that I'm making a difference.